Do you fear the night or the monsters lurking under the bed? Because you soon might. Because we are about to diving into some of the scariest urban legends that will keep you up at night. These tales have been passed down through generations, whispered in hushed tones, and shared around campfires. They are the stuff of nightmares, the kind of stories that make you double-check your locks and leave a light on when you go to bed. Remember to subscribe and leave a like, or our last terrifying legend might come lurking under your bed tonight. First up is the legend of the slit-mouthed woman, or Kuchisake Onna, from Japan. This tale dates back to the Edo period and has been a part of Japanese folklore for centuries. The story goes that Kuchisake Onna was a beautiful woman who was mutilated by her jealous husband. He slit her mouth from ear to ear, and she now roams the streets seeking revenge. Imagine walking alone at night and a woman in a surgical mask approaches you. She asks, "Am I pretty?" If you say no, she kills you with a pair of scissors. If you say yes, she reveals a grotesque slit mouth and repeats the question. Answering yes or no, both lead to a gruesome fate. The only way to escape her wrath is to say she's average, or to distract her by throwing candy and running away as fast as you can. Your only chance of escape is to say she's average or throw candy at her and run. This legend has been so pervasive that it even caused a panic in Japan during the 1970s, with schools advising children to go home in groups for safety. Next, let's talk about the Russian sleep experiment. This story is a modern urban legend that has gained popularity on the internet, particularly on creepypasta websites. During the 1940s, Russian researchers supposedly kept 5 political prisoners awake for 15 days using an experimental gas. The results were horrific. The subjects began to exhibit extreme paranoia, hallucinations, and violent behavior. The subjects started to exhibit extreme paranoia, tearing their flesh off and mutilating themselves. They screamed for hours, tore books apart, and smeared the pages with their own blood. By the end of the experiment, they were barely recognizable as human. By the end, they begged to be put back in the gas, preferring the painful experiment over sleep. The story ends with a chilling revelation that the subjects had become something other than human, something monstrous. Whether this story is true or not, it certainly chills the bones. The Russian sleep experiment serves as a grim reminder of the potential horrors of scientific experimentation and the dark corners of the human mind. Now, who hasn't heard of Bloody Mary? This one's a classic. This legend has been around for generations and is a staple of sleepovers and campfire stories. To summon her, you stand in front of a mirror in a dark room and chant Bloody Mary 3 times. The origins of this legend are murky, but some say it dates back to Queen Mary I of England, also known as Bloody Mary, due to her persecution of Protestants. Legend says she'll either appear as a ghost or drag you into the mirror, never to be seen again. Others believe she will scratch your eyes out or curse you with a lifetime of bad luck. Whether you believe it or not, the mere act of trying is enough to get your heart racing. The fear of the unknown and the power of suggestion make this legend particularly effective. The mere act of trying is enough to get your heart racing. The fear of the unknown and the power of suggestion make this legend particularly effective. Lastly, let's visit the legend of the Black-Eyed Children. This modern urban legend has been circulating since the late 1990s and has been the subject of numerous articles, books, and even movies. These children, with their completely black eyes, are said to appear at your door asking to come in. They often appear in pairs and are usually described as wearing outdated or strange clothing. Their eerie, monotone voices and unsettling presence are terrifying enough. Witnesses report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread and fear when encountering these children. But those who let them in report feelings of dread and illness. Some even claim to have experienced strange and unexplainable phenomena after encountering the Black-Eyed Children, such as electronic devices malfunctioning or pets acting strangely. It's best to keep your doors shut if you ever come across them. The origins of this legend are unclear, but some believe they are demonic entities or extraterrestrial beings. The spirit takes over their body, turning them into a monstrous creature with an insatiable hunger for human flesh. The Wendigo is often described as having a gaunt, emaciated appearance with glowing eyes, sharp claws, and a heart of ice. It is said to have an insatiable hunger that can never be satisfied, no matter how much it eats. The Wendigo is a symbol of the dangers of isolation and the dark side of human nature. It serves as a warning against the consequences of resorting to extreme measures in times of desperation. Another terrifying legend is that of La Llorona, or the Weeping Woman, from Latin American folklore. La Llorona is said to be the spirit of a woman who drowned her children in a fit of rage and then took her own life. She is now condemned to wander the earth, weeping and searching for her lost children. According to the legend, La Llorona can be heard crying near bodies of water, and she is said to abduct children who resemble her own. Her wails are a harbinger of death and misfortune. The story of La Llorona is often used to scare children into behaving and staying away from dangerous places. It serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of uncontrolled anger and the importance of protecting one's family. Finally, let's explore the legend of the Mothman, a creature that has been the subject of numerous sightings and investigations. The Mothman is described as a large, winged creature with glowing red eyes. It was first sighted in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in the 1960s and has since become a popular figure in American folklore. Witnesses report seeing the Mothman flying through the sky, and some believe it is a harbinger of disaster. The most famous incident associated with the Mothman is the collapse of the Silver Bridge in 1967, which resulted in the deaths of 46 people. Some believe the Mothman was trying to warn people of the impending disaster, while others think it was responsible for the tragedy. The legend of the Mothman continues to captivate the imagination of those who hear it, and it serves as a reminder of the mysteries that still exist in our world. So, there you have it. 7 urban legends that are sure to give you nightmares. These stories tap into our deepest fears and remind us that sometimes the scariest things are the ones we can't explain. Whether you believe in these legends or not, they serve as a reminder of the power of storytelling and the enduring nature of folklore. Which one creeped you out the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you have any other urban legends that you think should be featured, feel free to share them as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more spine-chilling tales. And remember, the next time you hear a strange noise in the middle of the night, it might just be one of these legends coming to life.